Hello, my gorgeous darlings, my babies. It's so lovely to see you again. I don't know where I am this week. It's 4 days to go until the National Diversity Awards. And as some of you know, I've been shortlisted as a positive role model for faith, race and religion. And I just can't believe it. And I'm so excited. And I've actually been in touch with a few of the other people who have been shortlisted, and they're just so fantastic. And do you know something? I'm not just saying this. I am so excited to just be surrounded by all that inspiration. It does something magic to me. I can't explain it. It just fills me with even more drive, and no doubt I will be completely unbearable to everybody around me for weeks. And if I win my award, well, goodness me, I mean, you know, my favorite color's yellow. I'll be so yellow I will be seen from outer space. My God, I don't even want to think about that. But anyway, so it's just 4 days to go at Liverpool Anglican Cathedral, and I've got my dress and everything. And it took me 10 days to open the package, but I did it, and I tried it on, and it's all, I feel like a proper lady. Anyway, let's just hope I can behave for 6 hours, because it's from 6 o'clock until midnight with an after party, and then I can let it all out. Anyway, I'm not going to go on about that anymore. It's just I'm so excited, and I needed to share it with you. So this week, because of my nerves and my excitement, I thought, what could be more perfect than sharing with you some lovely winter warming breathing exercises. And breathing is a massive integral part of yoga, actually. A lot of people think yoga is just the poses, the asanas. It's not actually. It's all about mindfulness, meditation. Sound is very big in yoga. And also the breathing, special sorts of breathing. And I've shared videos with you before about breathing. And just to recap really briefly, when we do really big breaths out, it's normally to energize ourselves or let out, you know, all the yucky stuff that we don't want in our bodies. It deeply relaxes our cells. And so the insides of our bodies, as well as the outsides of our bodies, are energized but also relaxed. And when we do really soft breathing, that's to calm us down. So I'm going to have to do a bit of that before I go into the National Diversity Awards on Friday. Otherwise, I'm going to sound like Darth Vader after a marathon or something horrific. I've got to look calm. So I'm going to share with you. I thought I'd make it into a little winter story, you know, because that's what it's all about, is having fun. I've even got pots and made balloons. Hang on a minute, I'll show you. Just bear with me a sec. See, you can tell, even I don't know what I'm going to come out with sometimes. I've even made a balloon pot for some of my younger kids. And all of these are different breathing exercises, and they get to choose different colour balloons on sticks. And it's like a lucky dip. So but you can also put it into stories like you do with massage. So this is really about just sharing some winter warming ones. I'm going to try and do some calm ones today. So first of all, we want to let out any yucky feelings we might have. So what I'm going to do is, if you imagine that you're going up a big mountain, as you breathe in, lift your arms up. And then you've got all that exhilaration on the way down, but do a big sigh, because as I said, sound is really important in yoga. And when you do a really big sigh, imagine that you're sledging down this mountain, or skiing, or bodyboarding. Even better. I love a good old bodyboarding session. They shut my hill when it's snowing in the winter, and it's the steepest hill in Britain. Oh my God. Can you imagine what I'm like? It's fantastic. Luckily there's a lay-by we can crash into full of shrubs, so it's not as awful as it sounds. Don't try that at home. I just realised, maybe not try that at home. Do it with an adult. Adults, go for it. Anyway, make sure you're safe. So I'm going to lift my arms up and pick up all my worries. And then I'm just going to go, but really flop your arms down. Fling those yucky feelings into the floor. Push them down that snow. I close my eyes a lot when I'm doing breathing, because it just when I visualize, because I somehow have this ability to see in 3D, even when people tell me things, I get it in smell, touch, I can feel it. It's really amazing, actually. I think it comes from lots of deep listening over the years, although thinking about it, I've done it since I was a child, but it does help. It really does help to visualize. So I'm going to do it again just to show you, and probably look a bit weird, but then, you know, what's new? So here we go. We're going to pull up all our worries. We're going up that mountain or up that ski lift and just fling it on the floor. So then after that, you know, if we want to make it into a little story, we could actually think, right, after all that skiing, let's have a hot chocolate. So if you imagine, and I actually put my hands like this, when I've got little ones, I'll give them little plastic bowls. You know, you can make it really tactile, really sensory, really immersive and engaging. So you get little bowls out. Obviously, I don't fill them with hot chocolate. If you don't like hot chocolate, choose your favourite soup or favourite hot drink. Doesn't have to be hot chocolate, but it's like a warming, calm down cocoa. I'll be doing this in my hotel room just before I go on Friday. So this time we're going to breathe really gently, because what we're doing is we're calming down the body this time. We're not energizing it. We're not flinging stuff out. We're calming it down. And our breath is our superpower. So always remember, if you want to be energized, or you want to get rid of anger or frustration or fear, whatever it is, yucky feelings, you can do those big breaths. But when you want to calm down, particularly if you have trouble sleeping, try these before bed. Touch your yoga positions aren't for you. Try breathing. It's free. You don't need any equipment. It is your secret superpower. And it really is. And I use it all day long. It's just a natural part of how I breathe now. So I've got my calm down cocoa, and if you imagine it's full to the brim, and you can have whatever toppings you want. So I'm going to have a little bit of cinnamon, tons and tons of whipped cream, probably a few of those baby marshmallows because I can't cope with the huge ones, and what else? A flake. So I'm really going for it today. It's because I never eat breakfast. I'm terrible. So here we go. I'm going to take a deep breath in through my nose, and I'm going to smell that hot chocolate. Oh my God, I love the smell of chocolate. Ready? So we're going to breathe in the chocolate through your nose if you can, and then breathe out super gently. So if you do it in a group, the key to this is you should hardly hear each other breathe out. It's a really gentle breath that settles the whole body, lets that stress and tension drop away, and fills you with that all-important oxytocin, serotonin, dopamine, and endorphins, especially if it involves chocolate. Endorphins is like, you know, chocolate is endorphins in a food. So it's good for you, okay? That's what I tell myself every time. So, oh, and also the reason you blow gently is because imagine if you were on a date or something and you went to blow your hot chocolate, you know, you'd have your date covered in marshmallows and with a scalding face. And they might not be very happy with you and ask you out again. Or if you're with a family member or a friend. So if you close your eyes and visualize it, really helps. So I'll show you that one more time. So I've got my cup of cocoa, my warming, calming cocoa, and I'm going to breathe in through my nose. Super gently out of my mouth. And I didn't lose a single mini marshmallow, which I'm thrilled about because I like to eat those when they're slightly melted in with those long spoons first. This is by the by. So then imagine, because it's winter, and I love winter, there's something deeply magical and quiet and that naked beauty of nature. I just find it intoxicating, and I love the stars, and I'm really lucky because where I live on Exmoor, we have what are called dark skies, so we can see every star. And do you know, I've lived here for nearly 15 years and it never ceases to blow me away, just that sheer miracle just of nature. It makes me want to cry. I've laid down dead flat on my garden table at times just to look at the stars, you know, and it's gorgeous. If you're wrapped up in a blanket, you're not going to get cold. Why not? And you can do these breathing exercises lying down. You can do them standing up. You can do them sitting down like I am now. As I say, it's free and you can do it anywhere. So imagine, I don't know, for some reason I really like 5-pointed stars or 8-pointed stars. It's always either one. But I'm going to imagine a 5-pointed star today, because obviously I waffle on a bit on my videos. So I'm reining myself in. I'm being really good today. Have you noticed? Oh my God, I'm so proud of myself. So 5-pointed stars. So every time you go up, you breathe in. And every time you breathe out, go down, you breathe out. In, out. And it's a gentle breath out. In, out, in, out, in, out, and really visualize the star. It really helps if you've got younger children or children who find it hard to imagine, because there are those who really find it very, very difficult to really imagine. So you can actually draw a star on a piece of paper or cut one out and put it down in front of them. And even if you help them, if they've got reduced mobility, help them trace the star. It's really, really good for all those mobility skills as well. And it makes it fun, you know? So everybody can be engaged in this. It doesn't exclude anybody. It really, really doesn't. And if you have trouble breathing in through your nose, just breathe in through your mouth. Honestly, just do the best you can. Obviously, it's more ideal if you can breathe through your nose, because you're pushing all that blood and oxygen in a very concentrated way up to the brain, which boosts concentration, focus, drive, motivation, perspective, clear thinking. But do your best, you know? If you can't breathe through your nose, it may be that you just can't do it yet. The power of yet. So then we're going to do a little snow hat. So if you imagine, I mean, you don't have to do the bobble and everything, but again, if you've got a child who can't visualize it, well, then you can just draw the little hat for them. So I'm going to pretend mine is one of those, you know, traditional woolly bobbly hats. So you breathe in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. And I've speeded it up a little bit for the video, but you can make it nice and slow. And again, if you've drawn it out and you have a child with mobility issues, you know, those gross motor skills, you know, fine motor skills, this all boosts that too. And if you do it with both hands, you're exercising both sides of the brain actually as well. I didn't know I was going to say that, but it's true. These things, because I've studied this for years and years and years and years and years, I've got so much knowledge that all these things fly in, and I have to try and control myself because I get a bit excited. Anyway, so we've had our winter star, our hot chocolates, our sledge rides and our snow hats, and we're going to finish off with a warm heart, because that's what it's all about. And again, if you have a child who has difficulty with mobility issues or difficulty imagining, difficulty with those motor skills, you can draw a big fat heart, and you can either draw it in the air like this, so go up and then gently out, up and then gently out. But the one I really, really love is this one. And you can actually feel your energy balance as you do this, because as a lot of you know, and it can be photographed now, we don't end here. We don't just end with our skin. You know, we come out further. You know, we have different layers to ourselves, which really can be scientifically photographed. So when you can feel it from people, you know, when people get in your space, or there's certain people, you know, it's that saying, radiators or drains. Some people make you feel alive, and other people make you feel like a wrung out flannel left on the floor. You just think, oh my God, you know, and then you have to do some really, you know, powerful breathing to get yourself going again. But that's all about getting in each other's space, because we don't end here. So I'm going to show you now. So we're going to draw the heart, and we're going to do it with both hands this time. So we're going to breathe in. So you breathe in. And then out. Nice and gently, and then in. and then out. I love this one. I can't tell you what it does. I wish I could give you my feeling that I feel when I do this. And I've got to do it one more time to be extra shiny for the week. And it balances the left and right sides of the brain. It balances your body. It drops that energy. It opens the heart, which is really fantastic for pushing that dopamine and serotonin up from the gut, boosting immunity, opening up your lungs, opening up your heart, boosting that oxytocin, stimulating emotional intelligence. I could go on, and you know I would, but then it would be a documentary and not a short video. So I'm going to leave it there, my darlings. I hope my little winter warming yoga breathing exercises have warmed you all up for the week. And I shall see you on Monday with the news. But I'm just really amazed that I'm even there. And that is the truth. That really is the truth. That for me is just the ultimate, because never in all my life did I think somebody as ordinary as me would ever, I'm going to get I don't know, just never thought it would happen to me. I'm going to leave it there. So if you find any of my therapies that I share of interest or use to anybody you know, subscribe. I'd love that so much. That would just be wonderful. And it's all free. I don't make a single penny from this. I started it in COVID. I have no intention of stopping. God help you all. So I've got loads to share, and I really hope there's something for everybody on here. So if you know anybody, whether they're a parent, somebody with a different ability, somebody neurotypical, having a hard time, look at our mental health, you know, anybody with a mental health issue, you know, please share my site. And if you could do a little thumbs up from now on, not from now on, that sounded like an order. I got my words all jumbled up then. I meant now and again. That would make me want to do a massive headstand. And you know that I'll do it. You know I will, because I love all that. And if you want to know more about the poses I've described today, if you go on to annakennedyonline.com, I'm her wellbeing charity ambassador, as you know, probably some of you. And I write an article about each of these videos every single week for her. And again, it's totally free. It's a 1-minute read, believe it or not. I can actually do something in a minute, you know, for you all. And it will also have downloadable free pictures if you want to print them off, put them into lucky dips, games, whatever you want to do with them. Just please freely print them off. You know, we're in this together. It's all about sharing. Or let's all keep each other warm and safe throughout the winter. We're over halfway through, which is really exciting. I can't believe it. Where's the time going? Anyway, darlings, have a wonderful week, and I shall see you next Monday. And if you can, please wish me luck. But if you go on the National Diversity Awards website, there are so many people who I know you will also be rooting for. You know, just incredible, motivational, phenomenal people with the most extraordinary journeys and amazing drive. And really take a look, you know, and root for us all, because, you know, well, it's just lovely, isn't it? You know, raise awareness about diversity, which is really, really important. So take care, everybody, and big kisses. And I shall see you all next Monday. Bye, darlings.